Good evening and welcome. This is Primetime News on MITV. I am Tomisi Ujo. Let's begin tonight with our top stories. Nigeria and the Republic of Greece sign MOU on bilateral relations. At last, Tinubu opens up on ambition to contest the 2023 presidential race. And ECOWAS sanctions Mali after election delay in foreign news. In sports, Senegal, Morocco kick off 2021 AFCON campaign on a winning note. The news in detail. Nigeria and the Republic of Greece have signed a memorandum of understanding to build and strengthen relations between the two countries. The Minister of Foreign Affairs, Geoffrey Onyeama, disclosed this on Monday while addressing journalists after a bilateral meeting with the Minister of Foreign Affairs of Greece in Abuja. Speaking after the meeting, Onyeama said issues discussed were centered on the multiple security challenges threatening human existence and national development. The minister also stressed the need to further deepen both country ties on cooperation in various areas that would be beneficial to both countries. However, Greece Minister of Foreign Affairs Nikos Dendias said his government is keen on deepening ties with Nigeria in different sectors, which will be mutually beneficial to both countries.
As we seek to diversify our economy, to attract more investments, make our country more investor-friendly, we see Greece as a country that can provide a win-win trade relationship and cultural relationship between our two countries. We're going to sign an MOU that will also help to provide a framework for us to build and strengthen the relationship between our two countries, and we believe strongly that there are many areas in which we can prioritize and achieve positive results for our two countries. Of course, you know, infrastructure is an area that our President Muhammadu Buhari, has prioritized. But also already we have good relations with you in training of
Abuja today is about enhancing our bonds. The signature on the bilateral cooperation is a step, a significant step, but many agreements are on the pipeline. We will maybe be able to conclude them soon. Trade, tourism, maritime transport, energy, lots to do. The Greek embassy in Abuja, the Nigerian embassy in Athens have a lot of work to do, as Nigeria is the biggest economy in Africa, and we Greece consider ourselves as an entry point to the European Union, and if you will allow me to say also on the Middle East. There's a great potential so that we can build on. Just a few weeks ago, through the efforts of the Nigerian ambassador in Athens, a business forum was organized, an investment forum. Such initiatives need to be encouraged.
The national leader of the ruling All Progressive Congress APC, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, has finally opened up he will contest the 2023 general elections. Tinubu made this disclosure on Monday while fielding questions from State House correspondents after his private audience with President Muhammadu Buhari at the presidential villa, Abuja. Asiwaju, who described his decision to contest the presidential election next year as his lifelong ambition, said the purpose of his visit to the president was to formally inform him of his intention. The APC national leader noted that he was still consulting as the parameter of limitation to the extent of how many people he would consult has not been set. He further assured the Nigerians of his vision and capacity to rule and make Nigeria better.
I've informed the president of my intention, but I've not informed the Nigerians yet. I'm still consulting, and I have no problem consulting and I've not set a parameter of limitation to the extent of how many people will I consult. You will soon hear, all you want to hear is a categorical declaration. You've gotten that truth from me that I've informed Mr. President of my ambition.
And still talking party politics, the National Reconciliation Committee of the All Progressive Congress said it has received petitions from disgruntled members of the party in Osun State and has served copies of same to the state governor. Chairman of the committee, Senator Abdullahi Adamu, stated this during a meeting with APC stakeholders at the government house in Osogbo, the state capital. Part of the petitions filed was that the governor should resign his appointment as a member of the All Progressive Congress Caretaker Extraordinary Convention Planning Committee, among others. It was tasked by the national leaders to look into lingering internal crisis with a view to reporting back to the national headquarters for a possible lasting solution. In response, Governor Boyega Oyetola said the party has always remained united under his watch in the state, even during the Congresses, adding he has always acted in line with party guidelines.
As council, allegation 2 that debate was that the Lere Oluwa is the only group. When Ogbeni was contesting here, we have the Oromia group, which he used as his campaign team. The moment you finish an election, whichever group you use goes under the party structure. When our governor wanted to contest, yes, we have the Lere Oluwa, but since he became governor on the 27th of November 2018, it is the party that is taking decisions here, not any group.
Of the committee, having heard all the submissions in response to the allegations made against the party functionaries, one level or the other, either as individual or collective, corporate type of complaint we have had. We are not the final authority. We will report our findings to the party that appointed us.
When you went to meet them, did you find Bisa Akande there? You won't find me there, you won't find all these places there. And you see National Assembly member here, you see the whole state executive of our party here, the former minister is here, former deputy governors are here. Where else again do we want? I don't say if you can talk to them, we are open. Let them come.
You've spoken very well, and I want to say that the people who consider themselves as top, they have every right to come back to the party. We're not saying no to them coming back. All we're saying is please show sincerity of purpose. We should work together in the interest of our party, in the interest of our government, and the interest of the state. But anybody that wants to play any spoiler game will not have his way here.
Away from politics, workers under the auspices of the Parliamentary Staff Association of Nigeria PASAN on Monday picketed the National Assembly complex for 2 hours. The picketing followed the failure of management to persuade workers to suspend the action. The workers had notified management of the picketing and their resolve to embark on strike if their demands were not met. Led by their chairman, Comrade Shabiyi, Sunday, the protesting workers marched several times around the foyer of the National Assembly singing solidarity songs and waving banners and placards. While addressing the workers, Sunday said the picketing was billed to last for 2 hours, after which the staff were to return to their various offices.
What we're going to do in the next 15 to 20 minutes. We assure you that we are coming back here. Be it sweet, salty, sour, we'll come it here and we'll reach a resolution together. What if it is sweet, we eat it here. If it is sour, bitter, we throw it back at them. So please give us the time to go and meet with them. But be rest assured that tomorrow we are in commission.
You trust us as usual. Go back. You have not allowed me to finish. Go back to your various offices, and your leadership will get in touch with you immediately after our meeting. You don't know what we have in stock for you. If you know what we have in stock for you, you will stop wasting your energy. We are not your enemy. We are commissioners. We are here to protect your welfare. And that is why we have decided to summon this emergency meeting. People came from Enugu, people came from Asaba, people came from all over the country for this meeting this morning. So trust us that we will come up with a very good resolution and you will all smile at the end of the day.
A former Minister of State for Defense, Senator Musiliu Obanikoro, has harped on the need for training and support programs to empower the people in different vocations as a means for eradication of poverty. Senator Obanikoro made the call on Monday in Lagos while speaking at an empowerment program championed by a member of the House of Representatives representing Etiosa Federal Constituency, Lagos, Honorable Babajide Obanikoro. He said if the program can be replicated in all the 772 local government areas across the Federation, it will bring down the rate of unemployment among the youth and help alleviate poverty among millions. On his part, Honorable Ibrahim Babajide Obanikoro advocated more training and empowerment as a prelude to wage war against poverty, insecurity, and social vices. He said the program, which was the third edition in the series, was in conjunction with Small and Medium Enterprise Development Authority, SMEDAN, to assist the people at Etiosa Federal Constituency in alleviating poverty.
Devolution of powers, more responsibilities to the local government, more responsibility to the state. That is the only way out of this jam that we are. Federal government cannot do it all. They will just be wasting resources because the infrastructure that they have at their disposal cannot get the job done. No doubt in my mind. I've played local politics as a council chairman. I have served at the state level. I have served at the federal level. There is no way this present federal structure will take Nigeria to anywhere.
Stations, laptops, we are going to have meetings with them to let them know that this is to help you better record taking and management, so that you don't have to be using hard files to file cases anymore. You can just, like it's done in the Western world, put it in your system and save it in your cloud. The same thing we have done for students, that they can better themselves. You don't have to write all the time. You can just type it out and save it on your hard drives. The same thing for people that use computers for their business.
Moving now to security matters, the police in the state of Lagos has re-emphasized their urgency in collaborating with the community as part of efforts towards boosting security of the society, which in turn is meant to bring about a secured environment. The Commissioner of Police, Hakeem Odumosu, stated this during the commissioning of a newly built community police station at Ilobo Erimi in Olorunda local government area. Odumosu said joint effort with the communities is needed if the strategy and continuous working around the clock of the police is expected to bring desired result of a safe and peaceful society. It therefore called on individuals, corporate organizations, and other well-meaning Nigerians to join hands with the police in ensuring and maintaining a secured environment. The police commissioner also sent a note of warning to the men of the underworld. The hard time awaits them with the newly built police station, which will soon be equipped with police personnel, arms, and ammunition. Meanwhile, the council chairman, who is the host of the event, Samson Folorunsho, said the new facility would help reduce crime while assuring the purpose of sustainable development in the area.
So when it comes to Recruiter Monday, it's coming back with the men to add more to this. And because the chairman I requested for additional acts and application, I promise we shall give that to you on Monday, so that you have the strength for them to fight the criminals. It's expected that this newly built police station will keep criminals who before now took the absence of the standard police station, inadequate personnel to perpetrate criminal activities in the communities at bay, and bring succor and confidence to the over 200,000 people living in this area.
This is the value that we discover that we have land that we can use, and we have to carve out part of the market land, and we start the building, and after some months we complete the building. We don't have the challenges as such. The only thing we still need from the Nigerian police force, especially the ID, is to elevate this place after the Nigerian police station to become a divisional police.
In a bid to give succor to widows and the less privileged in Ward B, Amu Ward of local government area, the councillor representing the Ward B, Amu Ward of Omoni Olulade Temitope, doled out about 250 food packs to indigents in the community. Some of the food items distributed include rice, wheat, semo, macaroni and noodles. The food items is expected to go a long way in reaching out to their immediate needs. Honorable Olulade Temitope said the gesture was in line with his campaign promise of making the electorate proud of having a sense of belonging at the governance, at the root of governance in their community.
He has been faithful, and my chairman has been very, very accommodating and supporting, because if he had told me don't go ahead, I will be in my house. But every time I tell him about things I do, he doesn't only agree, he supports in all ways, financially, and sometimes, like you can see the LNSC around, security apparatus, he supports on all levels. So I thank God, I thank my chairman and my leaders who always give me the platform. These are some of the things we're doing.
Bringing this Laudable program together, and to believe that it is only when you bring the dividend of democracy to the doorstep of the beneficiary that they will know that they get this thing direct to themselves. Reason for this is that they are interested and concerned about the well-being and the welfare of the electorate and the people in their constituency. Honestly speaking, we must give a kudos to them. This is what we've been praying for. This is what we've been looking at, and this is the kind of people we want.
I think this is what every representative of the people should, from time to time, engage in. There are a lot of indigent people in the community and society, and so when you are endowed and abled, you should be able to remember them, and you should be able to give your little support to them so that everyone can have a sense of belonging.
Meanwhile, the Lagos State government says 640 out of the 720 schools visited by the OEQA complied with the January 4, 2022 resumption date set by the Lagos State government, signifying a compliance rate of about 89%. While commending the schools that adhered to the school's resumption date, the Director General of the Office of the Education Quality Assurance, OEQA, Abiola Seriki-Ayeni, lamented that about 80 schools failed to comply. She, however, clarified that the government had no plan to seal any school, as this will be counterproductive to learning. The DG explained that rather the association or the agency only issued letters and placed stickers of non-compliance on the gates of the schools that disobeyed the directive. The agency also said and clarified that the directive for public and private schools to maintain a uniform calendar was not new, as it had been in place for several years. And coming up next on the news, Economic Community of West African States ECOWAS says it will close borders with Mali and impose economic sanctions on the country. We'll bring you details after now. Welcome back. And still on the primetime news tonight, we begin this segment with stories from Africa. The Economic Community of West African States ECOWAS says it will close borders with Mali and impose sweeping economic sanctions in response to delays holding promised elections after a 2020 military coup. The announcement followed an extraordinary summit of the leaders of the 15-member ECOWAS in the Ghanaian capital Accra to discuss a proposal from Mali's transitional authorities to hold elections in December 2025 instead of next month, as originally agreed. In the communique, ECOWAS said it found the proposed timetable for a transition totally unacceptable. It pointed out his timetable simply means that an illegitimate military transition government would take the Malian people hostage. At least 19 people, including 9 children, have died after a fire in the New York apartment building sent another 32 people to the hospital, several of whom are in critical condition, according to the New York Mayor Eric Adams. Fire Department Commissioner Daniel Negro said they had found victims on every floor of the 19th-story block, saying the smoke was unprecedented. He told NBC News the death toll was the worst seen in New York for 30 years. It comes days after an apartment fire in Philadelphia killed 12, which included 8 children. A military-run court in Myanmar has found civilian leader Aung San Suu Kyi, who was overthrown in last February's coup, guilty on at least 3 charges and sentenced her to 4 more years in prison. The 76-year-old Nobel Peace Prize winner was detained as the military seized control of the country nearly a year ago and has been slapped with nearly a dozen charges that critics say are politically motivated. She was sentenced to 2 years for the possession of unlicensed walkie-talkies and 2 years for breaching coronavirus curbs. Aung San Suu Kyi, who denies all charges, is on trial in a closed court and could be sentenced to a total of more than 100 years in prison if she is found guilty on all the counts against her. And in COVID-19 stories, as Australia's total number of COVID-19 cases breached more than 1 million, more than half of them recorded in the past week alone, Prime Minister Scott Morrison says on Monday the country must push through a rapidly growing Omicron outbreak. The situation is a turnaround for Australia, which suppressed previous waves of the pandemic through lockdowns and strict border control and quarantine. Having vaccinated nearly all its adult population, Australia is now trying to live with the virus. But rapid escalation in cases has put pressure on medical workers and the health system. The country confirmed just over 67,000 cases on Monday, compared with just under 100,000 on Sunday. Authorities said number could be an underestimate because some states do not include those who tested positive in at-home rapid antigen tests. Another break will do now. When we return, we'll bring you stories in sports. Welcome back. And now beginning with AFCON 2022, Sadio Mane converted a penalty deep in added time to snatch a fortunate 1-0 win for Senegal over Zimbabwe on the Africa Cup of Nations Group B opener on Monday in Bafoussam. Disaster struck the gallant underdogs when a shot hit the right arm of Kelvin Madzongwe, and Mane sent goalkeeper Petros Mari to the wrong way with the resulting penalty on 97 minutes to settle a lackluster affair. While Senegal, one of the favorites to win a competition delayed twice by COVID-19, dominated possession, the rally threatened to break down a well-organized Zimbabwe defense. The opening 20 minutes were controlled by the Teranga Lions, who camped in the Zimbabwe half and passed the ball casually, while their opponents did a lot of chasing at the sparsely populated Stade de Kwikong. In another Nations Cup match, Morocco's Sofiane Boufal seized on a loose ball to score 7 minutes from time and secure a 1-0 win over Ghana in their opening Group C. Boufal hammered home from close range after a mazy run into the penalty area from Zakaria Abdulkalal, who saw him tease the Ghanaian defense, only to be checked by Thomas Partey with the ball then running perfectly for Boufal to score. The goal came from a rare chance in a game where both sides showed defensive prowess but did little to impress an attack. Boufal's goal did open up a cagey affair, and Morocco had 2 more decent chances. And talking tennis, world number 1 Novak Djokovic was released from Australia immigration detention on Monday after winning a court challenge to revive his bid to win a record 21st Grand Slam title at the opening Australian Open. Judge Anthony Kelly ruled the federal government's decision last week to revoke the tennis star's visa to enter the country was unreasonable and ordered Djokovic be released. Djokovic's plight has been closely followed around the world, creating political tensions between Belgrade and Canberra and sparking heated debate over national vaccination mandates. And in basketball, the Memphis Grizzlies set a franchise record with their ninth straight win, getting 16 points and a breathtaking block from Ja Morant and a 127-119 victory over the Los Angeles Lakers. Desmond Bain had 23 points. Jaren Jackson Jr. added 21, and Memphis won for the 12th time in 13 road games. Morant's block came in the first quarter when he soared from behind Avery Bradley as they tried for a layup, caught the ball with both hands and smacked it off the glass after about halftime up the backboard. That brings us to the end of our primetime news tonight. Let's quickly take a recap of the top stories before we go. Nigeria and the Republic of Greece have signed a memorandum of understanding. At last, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu has opened up on his ambition to contest the 2023 presidential race. In foreign news, ECOWAS sanctions Mali after election delay. And in sports stories, Senegal, Morocco kick off the 2021 AFCON campaign on a winning note. Many thanks for joining us on our primetime news tonight. For more detail, do remember to visit our website www.mitvonline.ng. Also, you can follow us across all of our social media handles on Facebook and on Instagram and YouTube at MITV-NG or MITV Nigeria. I am Tomi Singh Ojodo. Have a pleasant night rest. Good night.